What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the QE podcast, where the takes are hot and the competition is even hotter. I am today joined by the semi-finalists and Keiko. So,
Okay.
so we have we have Luna from Celestial Fenrir. Hello, Luna.
Hello, hello.
And we have Garzi from Mad Origins. Hello, Garzi.
Hello, hello.
And we also have Ice Arrow, or like Ice from GBM.
Hello.
And the Shovi of Division 3,
That's me,
Mirage
baby.
mid laner Wizard.
That's
Hello.
me, baby. Hello.
And then we have Keiko who did not make playoffs.
Yeah.
Hello,
GG.
Keiko from
Hello.
404. How you doing, guys? Like, how's your day? How's everything?
Chilling.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
too
good.
bad.
So, yeah, what can I say, guys? Like, you guys are the best of the best. So, four teams, four players, like five players. Like, it's semifinals now. The competition is harder and stronger. But, like, before we get to that, I want to talk to you about, like, yesterday. So, like, one day before we say that, like, Celestial, Mad, GBM, and QEM are semifinalists. Like, how were the games yesterday? Like, let's go with Luna. So like going to like you started in loser bracket, so like the pressure is a little bit up. You had to face one of your own teams at some point. It must be like a little bit hard, and then like you manage to go step by step and like you make it into semifinals. Like how would you describe like this entire pressure like going through this entire journey with your team as a player and the co-owner of Celestial Fenrir?
I think across the board, we kind of came into this. We weren't super worried. I don't think we mapped out the options that we had, kind of going through playoffs and who we could end up facing. Right, of course, first round was VRO, who we played in regular season. In a series that we realistically should never have lost, and I don't think that's outlandish to say. We won the regular series, had to FF game 2 because of a mistake, and then I was on 2000 ping for the third game whenever it got played. So I think we came into that series quite confident we'd win it. Then it was Atlas, who we'd scrimmed a couple of times as like sister teams, but never really properly gone toe to toe against. So that was both nerve wracking and kind of vindicating. It's always nice to face your own org, even if it sucks to do it in a knockout series. It's nice to prove who's the best team at the end of the day. And then of course yesterday's series against Ash Invictus. I think across the board we've all been kind of we knew we were better than our placement, right? We came in as 11th seed, and when you look at the names on the roster, if you've been in VL for a while, you kind of realize how wild that actually is.
Yeah.
But I think we knew we'd make top four pretty handily as long as none of us had like too egregious of a time, right?
Okay.
So I think now for us it was less kind of the stress of getting here, and it is now how are we going forwards? How are we going to give ourselves the best chance of actually taking the title as the team that is the defending champion of Div 3?
Yeah, actually, like that's big. I mean, like through all these teams you named, I think like we scrimmed Atlas like as Mirage, and also Ash Invictus. Like to be honest, like I would say that as you said, like the pressure comes up. Like you have to focus, give it your best, give it your everything because it's playoffs we're talking about, and like it's losers brackets, so like one loss or like if you're not up to date, then like you're just gonna like leave the competition. But like in the other hand, we have upper brackets teams. So like there is something I want to talk about. So like it's Mad versus Yappy Barras. So like on paper, Yappy Barras like was top of group 3. Like they managed to show like multiple times that like they are the team to compete, the team to win it all, the team that like they have like Ramcos ADC, they have Harold, like an X Division 1 top laner, they have Shadow Hopper, like at the same time like we have Mad Lions that like they show that like they are top of their group 2, right? If I'm not mistaken, was it group 2 or group 1?
Group
And
one, we were top of two.
yeah, and like how would you describe that game? Like, winning game 1, then losing game 2, and then like winning the other games, like, would you describe it as like they were a little bit competitive to play against, one of your hardest opponents, like going from regular season to playoffs, or like was it just another day in the office for Mad?
I mean, like we coming from the group where everyone was like, this is the easiest group to get through, and like you kind of see it also with the Asian Victors also getting to the upper bracket,
Yeah.
and we had like 3 bye weeks or something, because of not being a full group, and because we went to the upper bracket, there was a week also, so we had like 3 weeks of not doing anything other than scrimming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
do you
going
think that benefits
into-
you, by the way?
I don't think that benefits us.
I don't think so either. Like, I'm low-key happy we went into, like, obviously I'd rather be in the high bracket, right? Because if you have a shit day, like, you're still in it, right? But like, low-key, I'd much rather play every week.
Because like for all of us, starting first game against Camels, like we didn't really know how good we were, and like how we was standing. So like everyone was really nervous and was not ready for playing, like, really. But after like our first game where I got 2 pentakills and a quadra, then we was like, okay, maybe we are not that bad anyway.
Yeah, like you get the energy and you get the vibe that like this is the day you shine. And I want to talk also about that last game, the Riven game. So like you guys
Yeah.
had the lead. I want to talk about like because you said something like you were nervous, you were like a little bit stressed, and like I can tell like from that game five, especially when you had that massive lead. We're talking like 4.8k, like I don't know, like it was in 20 minutes, and then like Yapibara started like closely getting back in the game and like shut down on Riven, shut down in here, shut down in there, and then you can tell Yapibaras are coming back, and like most of the shutdowns were going to Ramcore, like which is like one of the best ADCs I think in Division 3. Like how would you describe those moments, like going back and then like Riven gets a triple kill and then like gets shut down and you lost Dragon and the second Dragon and the game gets closer and closer. How would you describe that?
To be fair, like the last game with Riven was not. We were really not that nervous because we know how well Toonfist is playing his Riven, and he was so far ahead. It was more like the game before where it was like going like bit them, bit us, bit them, bit us, and like hearing also the comps. Like but it was fun. It was fun. It was interesting.
Okay, I see. So like uh once again, like if you go like to the results and you can see that we have like some solid games, so like there is no room anymore for mistakes, there is no room for like I want to try this or I want to play this, like it's more about like any move, any game matters. So like we have like two solid games as it stands, so we have Mirage and Celestial Fenrir, and we have in the upper brackets Mad Origins versus GBM. Keiko, like one of the players who like is in the was in the division, like watches like every single game closely, like most of the time. Like, how would you describe that? Like like starting from yesterday, like the teams that got eliminated, we're talking Yapibaras, Ash Invictus, and then like to the teams that like they go into the semifinals. So like like solid teams with solid players. How do you describe that? Like, did you, if we go back like 2 3 weeks ago, would you like bet that this is what the semifinals team is gonna be, or like there is like some unexpected teams in the semifinals now?
I would say if you go and check the power rankings from this week on Twitch channel, I did predict every single semi-finalist from my Sunday. So it was like kind of obvious for me who would go through and who wouldn't, especially when it came to your game versus Yappy Bars. I expected 3-2, but then it was just 3-1. But overall, like any other team, I think I got them pretty correctly, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, you did. I mean, I remember I was
Yeah.
on the stream and then like
Yeah.
Cat has another another vision
She's,
for
yeah, she's got an agenda against us, bro. So
yeah.
she hates us.
She was like, hell nah, QE losing versus Yapibara. But like actually
No,
Wizard, like talking to you about this, like on paper we did lose to them like 2-0 in regular season.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
anyone who's just watching and like with the players they have, so like once again like they had Goob who was like shining in the regular season. They had Ramco, they had Harold who like everyone was happy that he finally fixed his issues. Like you're not gonna
When
expect
did
like
he
a
finally
3-1
fix
like
his
3-0.
issues?
Yeah,
He
I was
never
gonna say, hang
fixed
on a
his
minute.
issues.
yeah,
Carmel's been doing the same thing for 2 years now, and every time he has a bad
Longer.
split, he switches to jungle, and then realizes jungle doesn't actually require you to understand laning. Thinks he's God, goes back to top lane, does the exact same mistakes again, and then proceeds to cry about it and go back to jungle.
I think
Oh.
the kind of, for me, looking at that roster, the shining lights were, as you say, Ramco and Goop are very solid, but you've also got Shadow, who is the defending champion mid laner of Div 3 after the Flare win last split, and also Nawar role swapping to support after historically, well, actually being the current defending AD carry. So, on paper, Div 2 winner, Ramco, who's returning from a break but has always been very solid, current Div 3 champions, as well as Harold, who relatively held his own in Div 1 last split. This, I think, is by no small margin the favourite when you look at the start of the split and you kind of go,
They
okay.
were never fucking favourites. Anyone who says they were favourites just doesn't really understand how that team needs to function.
No, not at all. But like, if you just look at the names more so than the intricacies of how the team has to play, that is a pretty stacked roster.
okay,
Wait, so Shadow Hopper won the lot last split?
Yeah,
As a mid laner?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that surprises me. That guy just plays supports mid, I'll be real.
Yeah, but if you look at his roster last split, it's like they had a really good top laner, so you just play through top lane, Shadow neutralizes mid, and then it's fine, right? But then when you have Harold top lane, who doesn't understand how to lane, it doesn't really function that well. Arguably, they could have played through bot lane, but Goop doesn't really understand how to play through bot lane, so
I
it
think
was
I
never
find
going
that
to function.
I think that's I find that with a lot of junglers at Div 3 as well. I think this is an issue that I've expressed, or like something that I've expressed to you before, Ice, is a lot of junglers will kind of just naturally path topside because there's a lot more fighting happening up there all the time.
yeah, like actually, like this is like a good point that I want to talk about, especially these arguments about Jepibaras. Like in my opinion, as like someone who played against them, scrimmed against them, I guess. Did we scrim them actually, Wizard? I don't
Nah, we only
remember.
we hadn't scrimmed them. We played them in groups, and then we played them obviously the other yesterday, whatever it
Yeah,
was.
like I would say that like in the regular season, like they did, as I say, like when I say they fixed some stuff, especially like in top lane. So like Harold like changed his gameplay, changed his game style, and then like the team looks solid a little bit. But like after playing them yesterday, it felt like they overdid it. So like they forgot about top lane 100%, and like they started forcing stuff in bot lane. So like forcing dives, forcing dragons that they know they are not theirs, and like forcing stuff, walking through river with no vision, with nothing. I don't know, like something like like stressful moments for them, I would say.
Mm.
But like, the question that I want to give to like all of you, whoever like wanna throw it in, do you guys do believe that like if Yapi Baras had a different top laner, would have been like a different story for Yapi Baras?
I'll be honest. Just from the mid matchup, I'm very surprised that Shadow won last split. I think his champion pool is so limited. He plays champs that shove a wave, neutralize, and hopes the rest of his team does well. Like I think you need to have three. You don't have to have three winning lanes, but like you have to give yourself the best opportunity, right? And if you can have three solid laners, like that's your best bet. That's always going to be a best bet. You can't just sit there and hope that your team does something and pick Morgana mid and press W. Like, it just doesn't work.
Okay.
As a team that never played them, never scrimmed them, never did anything against them, looking in from the outside, I think you don't need to change the top lane. You just have to change where your focus is. If you play around Ramco, Nawar, who, I think for a lot of the regular split were the kind of two major carry points on that roster, you have a much easier time playing games out through mid to late than if you're constantly trying to make things happen around the top side and leaving this really strong AD carry player to almost try and fend for themselves in what is, at this point, with all the players that are left, especially when you look at their series yesterday, what is generally quite a quiet part of the map.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
That's why you need a different top laner, because Harold is incapable of playing weak side.
Okay.
As we saw yesterday when he avoided in game 1, that first death should honestly be a bannable offense. He avoids a gank from you, right? And then he runs straight into you, Pycosa. That was
So yeah, bearing in mind the extent of what I saw yesterday, because I've not had a chance to sit down and go back and rewatch the games yet. The extent of what I saw yesterday was end of game 3 and then all of game 4.
Yeah.
in game 1, the first blood. He's out, he's fine, he can just TP back, and then he actually has the wave in a good position for himself, and then he just turns around and legitimately, I think he right-clicks on Pycosa and goes AFK.
Oh no!
Actually,
What was he playing?
Kled. They was playing.
Kled.
Oh no!
So like yeah, me and Yup were like, what is he doing? Like, I wasn't expecting that to work, but it worked for me. I mean, we still lost the game, but yeah.
I hard trolled mid that game, I'll be real.
Yeah, like it happens. So like Garzi.
Can I jump in just
Yeah,
really
of course,
quick?
of course, Keiko,
Yes.
yeah.
So I don't think the idea of like saying that if they change the top laner, they probably be in the top 4. No, I don't agree with that idea. I think just like what Luna said, it's just about focus. Yeah. So your top laner can be the biggest inter of all time, but if you don't play for your bot side, for the people who actually can carry the game, then you are not gonna get any results.
So you're saying they should change Goop?
No, I'm not saying they should change group. I think
he's so wanted you to say that. By the way.
no.
That's what
No,
you
no,
just
no,
said.
that's not-
You
That's
said
saying shit.
They should change their game plan. That's what I said. They should
Okay,
change
but
game plan.
like Keiko, when we talk game plan, you're a jungle, I'm a jungle, Ice is a jungle.
Yes.
So like we all know
Yes.
who does the game plan. So like if their game plan sucks, that means they should change group. That's what you're saying.
No, but the thing is,
It's difficult when you have a top laner that wants to play carries but does not understand how to play weak side. So you have to play around him, or as we saw in all games yesterday, he just solo loses you the game because he gives the enemy top laner such a huge lead.
Yeah.
yes, but you need to agree with the idea that if we are pathing top and top is losing anyway, then we are just losing potential gold on bot side.
Oh
So-
yeah, true.
You,
Yeah.
it
I
would be
just
like
don't think putting switching the game plan is enough to put them top 4.
I'm not sure. I mean, as someone who is like, of course, I've got Wizard who quite vehemently says to the jungle, "I don't want you anywhere near my lane. Go and play for my bot lane." I know Harold is the direct opposite of that, where he will take that main character position and try and get the resources. But if you look at him, and I mean, talk to anybody who was on his team in Div 1 last bit as well. Yes, it's Div 1, but he did take up that weak side mantle quite well. He was able to just nullify lanes and not really die too much. So I don't know if it's just coming back into Div 3 and having a bit too big of an ego
I was
to
about to
do
say, I
that
think
in
it's an
Div
ego
3,
thing then.
or what. But like, he's
100% an
proven he
ego
can
thing.
do it.
Yeah, but if you're incapable of handling your own ego, then you can't do it correctly. It's like it doesn't matter if you can do it for one split. If your ego is so big you can't like put yourself in the best position to win, then you're a bad teammate.
Yeah.
then I would argue it's a coach issue more than a team issue.
Maybe it's coach issue, but
No
this
one
is-
in VL fucking cares about coaches. Let's be realistic
I don't
here.
think they have a coach, do they?
I think they do.
I'm
do.
pretty sure they do.
Yeah, they do.
I'm
have
pretty
it.
sure they do.
Just drafting for them, but that's about it.
It has drafted.
Yeah, but
No, they've definitely got some sort of coach because they switched
Craft.
up how they do stuff last night against us for sure.
yeah,
Craft
but
is their coach.
if the
Kraft
coach
does
is
not
not
coach them.
if he's not able
I
to
can tell you 100% Kraft does not coach them.
Craft
whoever is
basically
like
their coach.
whoever
But he
is
doesn't
like
do it. He just helps them with draft.
whoever is doing the game plan, whoever that guy is, needs to be changed. That's my idea. I don't know who it is. I don't know
It's good.
whether it's. I don't think it's Goob.
It might not
I
be.
don't. From speaking to him, from asking him about his opinion during the games, I doubt it.
Yeah,
I actually think it's Harold, unfortunately, because I don't think a lot of people on that roster actually are very loud voices.
Yeah, it's a very quiet. I mean, Rowan and Shadow are quite quiet at the
It's
best
not going to
of
be Shadow,
times.
bro. There's no way a support mid laner is dictating how to play the game.
And I think Ramco is quite quiet. I mean, to be fair, I can also attest it's not always a jungler, right? I mean, once we get into game, Tom will tell us what he wants to do, but our plan is usually formulated between me and our coach. Like, we go into the
Yeah, like
draft,
Yeah, but
beforehand.
we
Tom's
do prep.
not gonna lie. Tom also doesn't understand how to macro, and he admits this himself. So Tom's a really bad example of it.
actually.
Well, no, it was less making an example of him and more saying, no, it's not always the jungler that makes the game plan.
Of course, like it's not always a jungle, but this is like one of the questions, like following this conversation, of course. But like this time, I want Garzi's opinion. Like, for people watching, like today we were supposed to have Jonas, but he suggested Garzi, and he did say like this small thing. He said that he's a shy person, so like he won't
Yeah.
he won't be talking much. Garzi, I want to hear from you. Like I have a specific question for you. You're an ADC main, and when we talk ADC, like it's like critical role in every roster. Like you guys somehow got the power if you got enough resources and if you have a team, and you have like like as Keiko said, like a game plan that like plays for the right way, like for you like to shine as an ADC, you would carry, right? We like all the ADCs like we've been talking about like so far. So we've been talking about Ramco, then like there is Luna, there is Top Hat, who is it in GBM? Yeah, I forget.
Swordmaster
Swordmaster
Riven.
Revan.
Yeah, so like all these ADCs left. Who do you think is like a threat for you as an ADC, I would say, or like more of an ADC like to be afraid of, like going like from now on, like semi-final, and then like maybe like you're gonna be going to finals or like loser bracket finals. Like, who do you think is a threat for you as an ADC player?
Uh, if I'm only looking at the ADCs, I haven't played Swordmaster Riven since he swapped to ADC.
Okay.
But I think definitely Luna, of course. Uh, and since Remco is out, then he isn't. And I
Okay.
haven't played against Top Hat either, so.
Okay, but like, did you watch any games? Do you have an idea about like what's going on in VL Division 3, or like no idea?
To be fair, GBM didn't play last week, and we we was also playing the week before, so I didn't watch any of that. So,
Yeah.
and I watched yesterday. I watched TTL,
Okay.
and that looks kind of one-sided. If I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah. Well, like,
Say what you want.
like one other question. I want you to talk to me about your Jinx game versus Yapibara. So like pentakill, right? Into quadra kill, into like quadra
Yep.
kill again, I guess, right? So like two quadra kills and pentakill, right?
It was actually 2 pentakills and
Two
a Quadra.
pentakills and quadra kill. Okay, so like it all started it in that like top T2 dive where like I don't know what they were doing, walking to you, then like your damage exploded, you got triple kill, then like you rush into them, pentakill, and then the game changed. Talk to me about like how the game felt for you after getting that pentakill. Did you feel before it that the game is over? And like did you feel like you have the power like to carry the entire game after you got that pentakill?
Definitely when I am a Jinx main,
Okay.
so and I know that I'm scaling and I know that it's possible still. But if you're looking at the score before uh, any pentakills or something, it looks rough. It's looked really rough. Uh, but I just think I got to play a lot. They didn't really focus me. They used everything on the front line. So I think I got the gold I need, and then it was just Jinx gaming.
Jinx gaming. I was like, this is like one of the things that I always like, think about. I've been VL for a long time as a player and now as an org owner, but still a player. I was like, at some point was the shittiest jungler possible in VL, I guess.
You still are, bro. What do you mean? I don't know how you got top four, bro. I'll be real.
And then like I always want to talk about like like you need that personality and like leadership on your team. You need like, and we've been talking about it right now when we said that we need someone like to call the game plan. We need someone to be the man. Then like when like especially in them like hard moments like when your team's life is on the line. This is like just a question for any of you like who want to answer it, and then like the rest of you can give feedback to it. Who do you think is like the team with the most like leadership? Like when you watch them, you can tell, yeah, this team has a game plan. This team has like something in mind. And actually, like, no, I want this question like to be answered first by Keiko. You did watch a lot of VL games. You did watch a lot of series. So like, who do you think is like has like you can tell that this team has a leader, has a personality on the map, and like they have a clear game plan when they go in the game.
I mean, I played two out of the four semi-finalists. Played the Celestial Fenrir and I did play GBM. And to be completely honest, I think Celestial Fenrir, when we played them, it was really tough for us to play. Yes, draft was not the best, probably the second game, but it seemed like the first and the second game were like almost the exact same. We just played to their terms instead of ours, and we just got completely cooked. So out of the four teams, I would say probably Fenrir.
Okay, so Luna, leadership, personality, charisma. Like, talk to us a little bit about your team. Like, how do you get things done? Like, who do you throw? Like, of course, you're not gonna like tell us everything because it's playoffs and like you don't want to leak stuff. But like, just talk to us about like what's the communication like with the other players in your roster. Like, what is the main things you focus on? Like, as a leader on your team, if you are the leader.
I am, in fact.
Okay.
As we for the mid to late game anyway, I do a lot of our macro calling. Because like I said earlier, Tom has kind of openly said he's not the best with the macro stuff. And I kind of, as the primary carry of the roster, I kind of fall quite nicely into being able to say, okay, well, I feel strong enough to do this if you can play around me, type thing. Comms on this roster are relatively clean across the course of the game. You'll hear me and the support nattering at any given point in the game about lane state, etc. Tom will, in the early stages, he'll call what he wants to be doing, whether he needs either me or my support or mid or top to move, whether if it's possible, etc. Coordinating ganks. Wizard largely keeps to himself. Doesn't really say a huge amount. You'll hear the odd "oh shit, I suck" or "oh shit, I'm the best" coming out of top lane, depending on the day, depending on what he's doing at any given moment. And Chucks is just making sure that we're always aware when the mid laner is and isn't off on or off vision, and where he can move to. So we kind of work quite nicely in that regard. Comms can get messy at times, especially if we start to fall behind. But I think that's true of most teams. I don't think any team is incredible at playing from behind. But we make sure to at least have a direction, especially going into the game. We'll talk quite heavily about this is what our game plan is. This is how we win this game, and then we'll revisit that if that condition is met or not.
Okay, I see. That's a good thing. Like that's a good thing to have on a team. Like clean communication, clean plan, obvious plan. Now I want to go to Wizard. Wizard, like just like so I can put you all in the picture. I think like Ice and Luna knows, especially they've been VN admin since I joined. I guess yeah, I'm pretty sure since I joined. Like Quantum Enigma did not have that big of an impact on any division uh, for like I don't know, like 4 or 5 splits now.
Probably because you keep playing every split, bro. That's fucking
No,
annoying.
I wasn't playing on all the divisions. What are you on about? Like what? So this split, like Mirage, like going tough. Like they've been like not all of them, of course, but like streams, like people in VL general chat underestimating Mirage. You going step by step with your own roster. Wizard, how would you like describe this journey, like going from regular season as third, and then like CAD comes in power ranking and like say we are not even deserving to be ranked top 6, top 7, and then you manage to make it to top 4. How do you describe this journey?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the regular season, like we finished third, but we could have finished first. Like if we won last game, we finished first. If we lost, which we did, we finished third. So it's like there's a game in it. So like it's not like false because we lost. We deserve to finish third at the end of the day. But like it could have easily been the other way around. And that was against the Yapibaras, who actually we slammed yesterday. So but yeah, those were the only team. Like the rest of them, like Synergized Dawn, they got their shit swept. And we've scrimmed Vortex Reborn so many times, bro. Like we played 12 times against them
Yeah, like
over the last 2 months.
Yeah, 12 game. We won 12 games.
Yeah, like, and it's not even
I
been close.
genuinely don't understand how they made playoffs. Like, we scrimmed them once, we played one game series, and then we roulette wheeled the next 2 games and refused to scrim them because it's like scrimming a Div 14.
Yeah, honestly,
Sorry?
Vortex Reborn Soul.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
We never
like
played them. Tiga dodged me at every angle he got.
wait a second.
Yeah,
Wait, who said it felt like screaming?
Div 4.
That was ice.
That was me.
Okay,
Maybe that's why they kept scrimming us. That's maybe why. Because you wouldn't scrim them anymore.
Yeah, no, they. I don't know if they were egoing me or dodging me. I can't quite tell, but they never scrimmed us.
I mean, I'm going to shout this out to everyone, and I don't know how you're like. I don't think I've scrimmed any of you lot apart from you, Luna. I think about 2 weeks ago. But like, if you're scrimming and you're playing your best champions, and I'm going to shout this out to Gloomy. If you're playing Akali in scrims, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, if you're not
Things are
scrimming to
like
learn
practice.
to get better at champions, like, so for us, we lost. We lost it twice in groups. One was the 5D chess. Three of the 5 of us were like really badly sick. Like no one wanted to be there, right? And then we genuinely lost to Yappy Barras, and they just banned Top Hat out, right? Completely banned them out. And ever since then, all anyone does is copy the same. They just try and ban Top Hat out. So in
Which
scrims,
is done. Which is
Yeah.
so dumb, but we can
So
talk
silly.
about it. We can talk about it
but like
afterwards.
if it's worked once, they've gone right. We'll jump on the ship, which I kind of understand. Like whether you think it's dumb or not, it has worked to a certain point. So literally, all in scrims, Top Hat just plays new ADCs. All he plays is new ADCs, and he's expanded his champion pool, which is what you're supposed to do in a scrim. If you're locking in your main champion in a scrim, you're an idiot. It's as simple as that.
Don't get me wrong. I think there is one condition where it is fine, and that is if you are testing things on other roles and you need a level of
Yeah,
consistency.
and need to like balance
elsewhere.
out. Yeah, I
Exactly.
agree. Yeah,
But
for the
if
most
you are
part,
just all locking all 5 of your main champions,
Yeah.
what's the point in playing?
Yeah. It does my head in scrims. If like so, the last scrim we played against them before they got knocked out, like we didn't. Well, actually, no, we scrimmed them before playoffs yesterday because they've got a Div 2 team. Don't ask how. I done gentleman's agreement with Gleamer before. I said just don't play Akali, and he was like, fine, like I'll do it. But like I even had to ask. I shouldn't be having to ask for you to not lock in your most mastery champion, bro. It's a scrim. You're not going to play it. Everyone's going to ban it. Pointless.
Yeah, I mean, like to be honest, like from all the teams we've scrimmed, I think like we had to play Vortex Reborn like in the first game of regular season, and it was so close. And like then at that point, I was like, okay, like Vortex are the team to finish first if we manage like to drop any game. I think like the other solid team they're gonna be doing.
I think that's just first week nerves though as well.
Yeah, so
Like
like it was a little bit like critical, and then like as you going through the weeks, you can tell that like with the change they made, taking Cookie out because he can't play, and then like you put Kim, who to be honest, respectively like did like a beautiful split. He's a support main, came up as a jungler, and like you can see that like he's getting better and better. But like to be honest, like in my opinion, like what I would say that like it made them play that much uh, worse and worse like as you go on playoffs
Mhm.
is like the drafts, because like you can tell like and you can if you watch them in all the scrims they've played, all the games they've played, they had a game plan. So like put in top in a tank, put in support in a tank on enchancer, and like
Yeah.
having Kim on carries. But when it comes to playing solid teams and strong teams, they change the entire plan. So like
Yeah.
they put Kim on stuff like Sejuani, but he never played that, putting him in Jarvan Xin, so just like so you force him on like
More meta champion,
Yeah, like
yeah,
forcing him on
rather
game
than
plan of
yeah,
like other teams. You
yeah,
don't do that. Like the guy played Lilia, played Viego, played Zahen. Like he's a carry champion guy. Even if you would say like not everyone in Division 3 junglers like would play this kind of stuff, but still it works for him. So I
yeah. I
think
mean,
yeah, I think that's what made them like lose a lot of games. Like how Vulps tried to like you come to scrims, you play something, you practice something because this is what scrims are for. It's about
yeah,
like that muscle memory and like repeating it in official games as well. And then you come up to officials and like change the entire game plan. So I did not like that.
yeah.
But yeah, I think it sounds like like I can feel the heat. It's spicing a little bit up. So like Garzi, you're the shy guy. I'm gonna give you the opportunity, like not to trash talk, of course, but like to shoot, to shoot. Okay, like I want you to shoot fire shot a little bit. So like from all these four teams, Garzi. So like we're talking Mad, GBM, QEM, and Celestial Fenrir. If I would tell you to make semifinals a little bit more competitive or better. And I give you the right. Okay, I'm the VAL owner right now, and I come to you. Hello, Garzi. Like, make the change. Like, take one of them teams, like from these four teams out, and bring a team in from the ones that did not
Oh,
make playoffs.
Oh
Hmm.
god,
was it didn't make playoffs?
Yeah.
Jesus
that didn't
Christ.
make
No,
playoff.
like it could be in playoffs. It could.
Oh,
They did
oh, okay,
not.
okay.
Yeah,
Just
any
not there
team.
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Garzi, shoot, baby.
God, that's a difficult question. Though, I'll be real.
Yeah,
Especially if you
That's
don't watch. I don't watch a lot of the shitters. I'll be real.
Guys, you just listen to me, guys. You don't
I
listen to them. It's your feelings, okay? Tell me.
Just say 404 because Keiko's here.
I mean, we did beat them in scrims. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna say that.
I think to make it fair, it would be bring camels to semifinals.
And who you kicking?
But
You have to kick someone, Garzi. Come on.
I don't know,
Wait, who's
like I
came on
feel
he
like
got?
I think like everyone has, yeah, everyone made their way. You know.
Listen, I do believe that like every single team who managed to make it to semifinals right now are a solid team, right? But
I think the last four are the best four.
yeah, I agree, 100%.
Well, maybe apart from maybe Epiverus,
But like as I said, like teams can change, teams can like get better and stuff. So if you think that there is a team that like if you give them another chance, they can take it and fully take it and like make the best of it. Who would you bring back and who would you kick from the teams right now?
I think the only team that maybe has a word is Yapibaras. But I would put Yapibaras against Celestial. I think everyone else there is just clear. I think, to be fair, I think us and Mad are very clear. Quantum are like pretty comfortable third.
So you kicking Celestial Ice.
Yeah.
Okay. Keiko, actually Keiko, you did watch all the games. Come on, do
Yes,
something.
yes, I did.
no, you can't put. Oh, right, there's a rule. You can't put 404 in. That's
not
cheating.
fu-
I'm
yeah.
not looking forward for him. If we deserved playoffs, we would have made it. It's fine. I think I would put VRS in instead of Madmen. I'm just gonna say that.
Really?
Yeah, really? What?
Yes.
Okay, why?
Yes,
Why? Explain to us.
I just don't think Madmen
Gloomy's my
are
bitch.
as good as everyone thinks they are. No offense to Gazi, no offense at all, but I just think if VRS were put against you guys in a 1v1 in a series, in a 5-game series, I think they easily take.
They lose 3-0, 25 minutes game max. Like
We
that
can
team,
agree to
there is
disagree.
nothing going on
Yeah.
behind the eyes in that team.
We can agree to disagree. That's fine.
To be honest, for like since playoffs, I've been like watching, like rewatching, not watching, but like every single Tuesday, I wake up, make myself a sandwich, and like drink a juice, and I still sit and like rewatch some games, okay? And if if like there is these four teams, to be honest, I'll be 100% honest, okay? I think I would bring back Vortex as well.
Really?
Yeah,
Where are we 12-0'd him in
I'ma
scrims, bro? You
I'ma
can't
tell
say
you
that,
why.
bro.
I'ma tell you why. I'ma tell you why.
He wants an easier road to finals. That's why
Yeah, take us out, put VRS in. He's got the easiest road to finals.
I'ma tell you why. Like, actually, I agree with Cake. I'ma tell you why. Like, VRS, whoever was drafting for them in the game when they played against us was criminal. And like, he threw the entire team under the bus for like whatever reason was.
Yeah, but see,
It was
I'm under
Vulpes,
this.
right?
If
I'm
you
under this
Uh,
impression that's not the case, though. Like,
I 100%
you know what?
agree.
You know when you lot was on about earlier about, I don't know Harold, by the way. So you know when you lot was on about earlier about Harold playing a certain way, certain style, and it kind of doesn't always work, or in this case at all, right? You cannot tell me after scrimming me, who plays TF a lot, you have lost already in regular season, locking in a Carly against TF, which is already criminal. You've done it in scrims and lost, and then do it in playoffs. You can't tell me that's the coach. That has to be Gloomy saying I want to play my champ.
I mean, like, Wolves did talk about like the fact that it was hard to draft for his team because they kept on repeating put us on comfort champs, and he said whatever that means, you know. But like, to be honest, like, as a player, like, since like, I started playing like, especially in lower divisions. So like, for me, like, lower divisions are like most of like Division 2 and going down. So like, a
Hmm.
little bit of Division 2, 3, 4, right? It would, and you can disagree with me if you want, but like, I do believe that I would rather put my player on his comfort champ than like put him on something that just because I think it's meta, right? So like,
Yeah, but
if
like,
my jungler plays
mm,
Viego, Lilia, Zahen, and then I come on and say, "Oh, you playing Xin?" Like, come on, isn't that like a little bit like pushing your players under the bus?
yeah, but like that goes back to my point earlier. You scrim to get better at the champions and get better as a team.
Yeah,
Like, then you shouldn't be lacking on a Carly and scrims only.
and don't get me wrong. I agree that there is something to be said about preferring comfort, but I don't think you do that at the expense of going into an absolutely abhorrent matchup. If you
Yeah.
know the matchup is awful for your champion, whether you're comfortable on it or not, the chances of you pulling it off are so slim that there's no point in picking it there. You're better off playing something that has a better matchup that you maybe have 50 less games on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, especially like he had counter pick on me and picked a Carly into TF. Like,
So that was criminal. I 100% agree. That was absolutely criminal. You just
Like-
go Akali into TF and then get fisted
I
in
think
lane.
he
So
ego
then
picked
what?
that. Yeah,
You-
he ego picked.
that's
that.
what I'm saying. I don't think you can blame the coach. Like, in that sense, that's him as a player. I don't know him personally, but I'm assuming that's him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe similar
Makes
vibes to like Harold Top. Like, that's the way I see it from the outside, anyway.
I get you. Actually, Luna, you did not. I want to hear your opinion about this.
Oh
Uh,
god.
Kick someone, bring someone back.
It's hard.
No,
It's really
not.
hard.
Like, okay, wait. We're gonna put some rules before we finish, like, because the incoming questions are like even harder than this. So like, just
Oh,
give me
Christ.
your feelings, okay? Like, I do not care if it makes sense or not. Just do where you see it from other teams. I'm gonna give you my opinion, as I said. I'll bring VRS back and put Celestial Finner out, okay? So like, come on, Luna, give me something.
I think
Can I ask you a question first, Luna? Have you scrimmed garlic bread or Madmen yet?
we played GBM in main season and have scrim Madmen, yes.
Okay, so you've played against us all.
So you
Mhm.
played against us
Okay.
all, so you can tell. Come on, Luna, you can do it.
Because like it makes it hard for me. Like if Osa asks me the question, I've only scrimmed you, Luna. I've
Yeah.
not watched GBM or scrimmed, and same with Madmen. So like I couldn't tell you how good or shit they are.
I think if I had to bring a team back, and this is probably the most controversial aspect of it, I think it'd be Synergized Dawn. Because I think that team had a hell of a lot more to offer than they actually showed.
Who was on Synergized Dawn? I don't remember them.
We played
It
them, no?
was
Yeah, we knocked them out. Oh, was it Weskimo?
Yeah, West
yeah, it was
Market,
Weskimo
yeah.
Kenny.
I think Weskimo
With
was overrated, but didn't they in their final series versus?
It
I
was
want to
versus Enigma.
say
Well, they got 3-0 by us in first round
Yeah.
playoffs.
It was versus us.
Yeah.
Like we played them the
Yeah.
last period.
But didn't they fucking play Kenny
They-
off roll for 2 games?
Yeah,
for some
they
reason?
put Kenny support or something.
No, I think Kenny was missing first game and then he come back, played ADC for next. I think I can have.
I know he
Yeah.
played support at some point, and I couldn't really
Yeah.
make heads nor tails of it because he is
This-
like a very good AD. He's a previously Diamond Eddie carry player.
I will get the results. Give me 2 seconds.
To be honest, I don't
Where is it?
remember.
I know it was against.
I remember he locked in center ADC, and we played Caitlyn Zerath and just bullied the shit out of him.
He wasn't there game 1. Yeah, why is he? But also, like, who the fuck decided to put Kenny on center?
Yeah, like see,
Oh,
like
so
what?
that,
would
yeah, he's
love
an
to
Afshan
understand
F
the-
merchant.
I would love to understand the logic behind that because
He
that's
played
not
center and
a-
MF. He played game 2 and 3 both on ADC.
Yeah, it was the week before when they lost to Chi that he wasn't there. That was when I'm remembering him playing support,
Yeah.
and then he wasn't there game 1. Yeah, maybe. I think
I-
Eskimo was wildly overrated.
I do think that team had a bit more to offer than they showed, though, and I would like to see them come back. I think if I were to take a team out just based on the experience of having played the 3 other teams in top 4 and not knocking ourselves out, because I don't think that makes a huge amount of sense. It's probably in place of Mad, just because I think Mad have given us the easiest time when we've played them. Again, it's scrims, so it's a little skewed because we're playing different things on both sides.
Yeah, trying to learn new champs and shit. It is a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think we scrim Mad the most of any. I think of any team we've played. I think we scrim what, Garzi, 2-3 times now. And
Not to be rude, but I don't. Okay, I see we are script area.
okay, Garzi, say it. What do you want to say? What did
Say
you
with
want
chest.
No, I was just like I don't really remember we scrim, but we did.
that's fair. I mean, I barely remember half the teams we scrim. I just remember you guys because
Oh
I'm
my
friends
God.
with Jonas and Mark.
Yeah.
I think it's been two or 3 times that we've scrimmed Mad so far, and every series has been close. You know, it's either one team throwing or the other team throwing. There's no real way to concretely say this team is better than the other. So I think just based on my experience playing each of these teams, it would be Synergized Dawn in 4 Mad. But I do think the top 4 we have are the 4 best teams that we could have had in the top 4. I don't think I would want to replace them unless I had, like, gun to my head, make a decision.
Okay, yeah. Well, I see how it's going. Well, yeah, I mean, it makes sense to be honest. So we successfully made it to the last period of the podcast. So like we usually like in this time of the episode, I ask you guys a question and you give me a name, okay? So
Okay.
this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna like start with Luna, Garzi, Ice, and Wizard last, okay? Just give me a name, okay? So who would you name the MVP of regular season? Regular season.
So nothing to do with playoffs.
Yeah, like no, not playoffs. Playoffs is gonna be next. Like regular season. MVP player, the player like who showed abilities, skills that like he can bring the win to his team. You know, the first name that comes up to your mind, throw it. We'll start with Luna.
I've had 2 come to my mind. That's problematic.
Okay, yeah, give me 2. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I haven't got one yet, so can you give one for me?
SMR or Ramco, I think, for me.
Okay, Ice and Ramco. Okay, Garzi?
I would also say Remco.
Ramco, okay. Ice?
Ignatar.
Ignatar. Actually, yeah, Ignatar. That's a solid one. Wizard?
I don't even know, bro. Honestly,
Come on.
my issue is no, because my issue is right. I don't watch any other groups,
Just say
so
me,
I only watch
man.
our group. No, I'm not picking my own team, bro.
Come on, like, it's also the
Go
goal.
on, ego, pick yourself. Do it.
I would pick myself, but that's cheating as well.
Okay.
I don't think it's fair. It would you or Ignatar, to be fair. So I don't think it's like uncalled for.
Out of what I've seen, I'll pick myself then. Fuck it. Fuck
Yeah.
everyone.
The
I like that. I like the gumption.
Yeah.
The trophy of mid.
I only watched my group. So, like I said, I've not watched any games of Mad or GBM, so I don't know.
I would say Ramco. For regular season, it was Ramco for me. So
Was that the ADC yesterday?
Yeah, the ADC.
Yeah.
Okay,
ADC,
yeah.
So if we move to playoffs, give me MVP for playoffs.
God, it's not even
So
done yet.
so far,
Yeah, so far.
I think
yeah, of course, so far.
it's skewed towards lower bracket teams because I mean
Yeah.
upper bracket we played
Played
like
more as
each,
well.
right? And
Yeah.
I mean we played fucking AI. It's not like a difficult game, but probably I would say GWizard again.
Go, big up.
The GWizard.
Yeah,
I'll
I
kiss
think
you later. Don't worry.
I think I'm in agreement there. In all honesty, I can't think of another player that's still in. Because I think if we're going MVP up until this point, it has to be a player that's still competing. And of course, like I said, it's skewed towards lower bracket. I can't think of another player that I would probably say is doing more for their team than GWizards.
I love you all, by the way. You are all so sexy. Every single one of you.
Let's go. Actually, what about you, Garzi? Like someone like your MVP so far in playoffs?
I mean, this guy got 2 pentakills in a game, no?
Yeah, like you should say me, man,
True,
Garzi. Come on.
Yeah, I don't really know. I didn't watch that much of the playoffs, to be fair. And we only played one game, so
I would give it to you,
uh,
guys. I would give it to you. Like from that.
Yeah, if you're getting 2 pentakills and a quadra in a game, bro, you're probably him. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll give it to you, Garzi.
You might be the Uzi regen, I'll be real.
You're the MVP for playoffs so far. Okay, if I ask you, like, and this is like, just from your own perspective, of course, like every single question is from your own perspective. Give me the finalists, the 2 teams that's gonna make it to the grand final. We start with Luna.
Oh. You know what? You asked me for ego at the top of the day.
Yeah.
I think it's GBM and Femra. I'm gonna be honest.
If you don't back yourself, when are you gonna? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'll be real. If you don't back yourself, you're never getting there. Like,
Exactly.
simple as
Not
that.
only that, but I'd like my rematch against SMR and Ice. So I'm gonna say GBM Femra.
Yeah, maybe this time you won't be playing on 200 ping through the whole series.
Was I during your series? I can't remember if I was during.
Because you lost lane 3 times in a row.
Yeah, but that can happen. Come on, we all know me. I'm a
Okay.
50-50 winning lane or losing lane type of player.
Listen, lose lane, win game, baby.
Yeah.
Hang on, who was my support that series, Ice?
Bro, this is actually another thing. Can I bring this up? Go on, finish first, Ice. Sorry, bro.
Your support was the same level as your current support, right? You kicked your only good support.
I can't remember who my support was at the time. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, you keep going
Was,
through
what's his
supports.
face? Yeah, what's his face? Let me find it. I mean, to be fair, like, I'm talking all this shit and it's the only team we dropped the game to, so
Yeah,
it was Cyrex in that series.
Oh, it was Z. Of course it was. Yeah.
What is going on with your support situation, Luna?
Chime was out for
Question?
most. Chime was out for most of the regular split because of chronic illness. So we ended up using Z for a good chunk of it, which is why Z was playing against GBM. And then there was some inner team drama that was particularly poorly handled. So we've got Cliff now. I won't get into it because
I
it's
thought
not needed to go public. But
Yeah, I thought that like Luna just like play with the support, then they suck, and then like Luna kicks them.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
trust me, that's not the case.
Leave my team, you peasant.
No, he doesn't even speak to them. He just kick. They turn on Discord. They're just not in there anymore.
But actually, yeah. So like Luna goes with GBM Finland. Okay, Garzi, what about you?
well, I have to say Matt to. But
You're not having jinx if you play against us, mate. I'll be real.
Who we facing? I will.
So you're facing
I will actually
GBM?
go with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will maybe say Matt GBM in finals too.
Okay, Mad GBM. Okay, I see. Okay, and Ice?
It's GBM and probably, I don't know. I'm torn between Mad and QEM, but I think it's probably will be Mad.
Okay, so like you're saying GBM Mad as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Wizard?
Right, I'm going QEM, obviously, right? But I've got two answers to this. I'm going QEM versus Garlic Bread, just because they've got the best logo by far, by a country mile.
Okay.
Valid.
But I think it would be pretty cool if it was a GBM. Like if QEM couldn't do it, then GBM versus Madmen, because it would be a replay again in the grand finals, which I think would make a dope story.
Yeah. Actually,
It's
that'd be
happened a
I
fair
think
few
there's
times, to be
also
fair. It's normally how it
there's
ends
also
up.
like a shit ton of storylines between us and Mad in some sense. Mainly
I mean.
between me and Qatar and
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say
Mad org.
you and
But also,
Iqatar
I
and
think
Mad.
we're like, if you look at the teams, us and Mad, basically carbon copies of each other in terms of how the teams play. I think so. I think that would makes for the most interesting matchup because it comes down to hands rather than style.
Yeah, who plays that one style? Who has the better hands in that one
Like
style?
if one of
rather
you
than-
two win 3-2 against each other, and then you're both in the final, like it would be
that's
so
anybody's
good
game.
to like build up. Yeah, it's like, oh, can they? And especially if it was just like one team fight that changed the last map, like
Yeah.
it would be a good story. But I'm obviously backing my own team to get there. But if I couldn't or didn't, then I think that would make the better story. So I'd probably go with that.
Yeah. I think that, to be honest, that of course, like, I want to be in the finals. I've never played it before. This is the best position I've been on, like, as a player in VL, semi-finals. I've never made it this far. So, like, going to finals would be big. But I'm just saying that, like, we did not choke versus Yappy Baras. I think, like, maybe game one, but it was, for
Yeah,
obvious
game one
reasons.
Yeah.
But, like, Matt did. So, like, if Matt loses to GBM, I think,
Also, I want to play against Esim,
yeah, Esim gonna be big. I want
Give
to
me
play
GBM,
versus
bro.
Ice, actually.
bro.
I wanna
Bro,
play
week
versus
one,
Ice.
week one on power rankings, I'm 14th, and Esim was like 12th. Yet we're the last four.
Yeah.
I think eSIM on 12 was also
Criminal.
criminal, and but it's because it's new people doing the power ranking. If
Yeah.
it was like people who've been in VL for more than a year, then it would have been different. I think also you in 12th or 14th was criminal.
Well,
because
I've only
you
played
were-
one split. Yeah, I played one
Yeah,
split.
but you
Jungle,
played
right?
pulled off
Yeah.
roll last split.
Yeah.
So, like, of course you're going to be better than you were on your main role, and you were, like, top 5 on your role last split, so how the fuck are you ranked 14th on your main role?
You lost the
That's
hand
a-
or what?
That's a point,
What?
actually. I remember
They got a
someone
stroke.
mentioning to me that eSim was an old player. What was his old IGN? Because I can't remember. I
It
don't recognize
was
his name.
just Simina. He did 2 splits with
Oh,
GBM.
right. Yes, of course. Okay, no, it's clicked now.
But yeah, like, I would say Mirage, GBM in finals. Like, GBM wins the first 2 games and then reverse sweep from Mirage. What a run! What a run, baby!
I do
what
like the
I'm
best of
gonna
fives
say.
in playoffs. I know it's slightly off topic.
Yeah,
but
whoever came up with
like,
this idea, by the way, genius.
I don't think.
hate it.
I don't think upper
hate
bracket
best
should
of
be
fives.
spaced. Oh, see, I think it's good for champion pools.
Yeah,
Like,
and for me it's
It's
more
great
just
in
takes too
Fearless.
fucking long. I'm too old to do a best of 5 after work, man.
I was gonna say it's great for Fearless. Before we did Fearless, it was just a slog because it was 5 games of the same
same
champions
champs. Yeah, I can
over and
imagine.
over
Yeah.
and over. I remember. I'm sure Ice remembers this as well. What would have been a 5-game series, I played 3 champions across all 4 games that we played.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's a bit dead.
it's
I
a little
agree.
bit bad.
But with Fearless, I think Fearless was a good ad. I stopped playing League when Fearless, well, like before Fearless was a thing, and then come back. But I love Fearless in the sense of things.
Yeah, I love
If not, it does just get repetitive and boring.
So, yeah, I think this is it. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Iris, Garzi, Luna, and Wizard, and Keiko, like, who had to leave us for personal matters. And beautiful episode. I cannot wait to rewatch it myself. And I guess I'll see you all on the Rift starting from next Monday. And have a good one. Bye bye.
See you later.